Hello and welcome, fourth graders, to a screencast on order of operations. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to solve some equations using order of operations. So by the end of the lesson today, you should be able to solve a number, sentence, or expression using order of operations. Before we start though, what you need to do is you need to look at these two words on the screen. The first word is equation. The second word is expression. We need to kind of know the difference between these two words because they are important to solving order of operations. So first of all, let's talk about the word expression first. When we talk about expression, we actually need two expressions in every equation. That's what makes an equation. So in this equation here, we have an expression, 6 plus 9, and we have an expression, 15. Okay. On this next problem, we have an expression which is 10 times 3, and we have an expression which is 20 plus 10. Now these two expressions together, they make an equation. These two expressions together, they make an equation. Okay? And you can see the difference. Our expression can be 15, or it can be 6 plus 9, or it can be 10 times 3, or it can be 20 plus 10. Okay? They're all a little bit different. It can just be an answer. An answer is an expression. Okay? It doesn't need a plus sign, it doesn't need a minus sign, it doesn't need a multiplication or division sign. So just so you know, the difference in expression is inside of an equation. They're the smaller parts of the equation. So let's go ahead and move on and learn about order of operations. So if we look at this problem right here, 6 plus 4 divided by 2, and we find an answer. Okay? What do we find for our answer? What I want you to do now is I want you to solve this or answer this problem in your math journal or your math notebook. I want you to find out what 6 plus 4 divided by 2 is. So pause the video right now and solve this problem in your math journal. All right. Before I move this box, I just want to make sure that you moved or that you solved this in your math journal. So go ahead and do that now if you haven't. Pause the video again if you haven't solved it, and then go ahead. All right. So what did you get for your answer? 6 plus 4 divided by 2. My guess is that you got one of these two answers right here. You either got 5 or 8. Okay. Again, this whole thing is an expression. This is also an expression. This whole thing is an expression. That's also an expression. Together, it makes an equation. So we got either an answer of 5 or 8. And that's why we need order of operations. Okay? Because we get two different answers if we don't do it the right way. Okay? So we're going to learn what order of operations is and what it means next. And either one of these answers, I'm expecting lots of both of these. All right, what is order of operations? Well, it's basically a set of rules for solving equations. And people use this set of rules so everyone gets the correct answer. Okay, that's the main thing of what order of operations is. Okay, because we don't want to get an answer of 5 and an answer of 8. There is one correct answer here. Okay, there's not two correct. There's one correct answer. So we're going to go ahead and work on finding or solving this problem using order of operations. So let's go ahead and talk about those rules. Again, order of operations is a set of rules. So we need to follow that set of rules in order. So here's our 3 rules. Okay. First of all is do anything inside the parentheses. Next, multiply or divide in order from left to right. Finally, add or subtract in order left to right. So we're going to do those steps in order. In this problem down here, in this equation, or in this expression, I should say, we don't have an answer. Okay, so we're going to find the correct answer. It says to start by solving anything inside the parentheses. Is there anything inside the parentheses, you might ask? Or that's what you might ask yourself before you solve it. No, there isn't. So this step's already done. Next, it says multiply or divide in order left to right. So is there any multiplication in this problem? Nope, so we don't have to multiply. Is there any division in this problem? Yes, there is some division in this problem. So we have to solve that first. What's 4 divided by 2? Well, 4 divided by 2 is 2. And I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite the equation now, or the expression, so that we have it down below here. So now I have 6 plus 2 because I solved the second step first. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So now I'm done with that step. Lastly, I have to go on to step 3, which says add or subtract. There's no subtraction in the problem, so I don't have to worry about that. So I just need to add them up. 6 plus 2 equals 8. So the correct answer in this equation, that's now an equation, is 8, not 5. What happened when we solved it by 5, or how did we get 5? Well, we got 5 because we didn't follow the order of operations. You probably did 6 plus 4 first, which equals 10. Then you divided by 2, which equals 5. So that's how you got both. That's how we got both answers. However, this answer is the correct answer. Let's go ahead and move on and do a couple practices. We're going to do one together, and then I'm going to let you do one on your own. So remember, we need to follow this set of rules when we see an expression that has lots of different multiplication, addition, parentheses, and all different sorts of stuff in it. Okay? So first, we need to do anything inside of the parentheses. So let's do that. 6 plus 4 is 10. I'm going to write it there, and I'm just going to rewrite the equation. Now, I don't have to drop the parentheses down because they don't mean anything more because it's just a number there. So I don't really need those parentheses anymore. So I'm just going to erase them. Now I follow my second step order of operations as multiply or divide. Well, you can see I have a multiplication problem right here, so I need to do 3 times 2. So I'm going to write 10 plus 3 times 2 is 6. And now we add or subtract. 10 plus 6 is 16. So our answer to this now expression, or this equation, is 16. All right, I'm going to have you pause the video. I'm going to erase my marks here. And I want you to solve 5 plus, parenthesis, 5 minus 3, parenthesis, times 3. I want you to solve this expression, or this expression, in your math notebook for me now. So go ahead and pause the video. And then after you pause the video, we will solve it. So pause the video now. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you pause the video. Hopefully you have an answer to this expression inside of your math notebook. All right. So let's go ahead and see if we got the answer right. I'm going to rewrite it over here just because I have a little bit more room. So 5 plus, parenthesis, 5 minus 3. You should have did this in your notebook as well. Times 3. Let's go ahead and solve it. Equals a number. So remember, we start with our set of rules. Step 1 says anything inside parentheses. So I do 5 minus 3 first. I'm going to rewrite the equation. 5 plus. What's 5 minus 3? It's 2 times 3 equals a number. Now again, I don't really need these parentheses anymore, so I'm just not going to write them down in the future. All right? So there's that. Now, the next step says multiply or divide in order left to right. So I'm going to go left to right. Multiplication's up next. It's 2 times 3, so I'm going to write 5 plus, solve this expression, 2 times 3, which is 6. It equals a number. And then last step, since we don't have any division, done with both of those, we add or subtract from left to right in order. So 5 plus 6 is 11, and there is our answer to that expression. So hopefully you got that correct. All right, so that is what order of operations are, or is. That's what order of operations is. It's important that we follow these set of rules when we're working because they help us solve problems that are a little bit more complicated. So when you're working on your work today, you have 2 practice sheets. The first one does not have any parentheses on it, so you're just going to practice basically these 2 steps right here on the first sheet. The second sheet, however, has parentheses, so you're going to use all 3 steps. Okay? And the sub has an answer key, so you can check your work with her when you are done, or him, and we'll go from there. So hopefully you now know how to solve a number, sentence, or expression using order of operations. My suggestion would be to pause the video right here, right now, so that you can use these steps while you're working. So you can leave this on your screen paused, on your computer screen paused, and then you can solve the rest of your work at your desk so you can get the sheets from the sub. So thank you for watching, and good luck.